number of virtual Out from the Shadows showcases of sorts. Songs from the Floorboard Showcase. I don't know. Out from the Floorboards. I don't know. We won't name it right now, but nonetheless, I'm excited. I'm just excited as hell to be doing this tonight. It's been a little while in the making, and if you're just tuning in, or if you just, I don't know, stumbled upon it, this is what we got going tonight. We have an interview with, a set from Time Bitch, formerly Photana. We'll get into all those sorts of details when we interview them after their set. Then we're going to have an exclusive live in the studio track from the Florida band Push Button Press, and interview with Jim Walker of Push Button Press. And then for the headliner tonight, it is Portland's own astonishing Over. So that's what we're doing. Then we'll be talking. We'll be talking actually to Over before their set. But anyway, just follow along. That's what I'm doing. So all I can say is thank you to X-Ray. I want to also mention a couple of things. One, this is sort of has to substitute in a way for the cancellation of the Out from the Shadows Festival, Out from the Shadows 6. And I think this is a beautiful way to go about it. And as I say, I was looking forward to this for quite some time. And I also want to mention, as far as Out from the Shadows is concerned, I do that event, and the event would not have been possible without the assistance and essential help of Chris Trumpauer. And today's Chris Trumpauer's birthday, so this set kind of goes out to him a little bit. And I guess that's about it. I obviously didn't have like a big speech prepared for this, because I didn't think I really needed to. I want the music to speak for itself. I like to think that that's what the show is about, and that's what the festival is about. And so we're just going to get straight in to Dime Bitch's set, and we'll talk to them. They're coming to us live from their basement, and we're going to talk to them about what life's been like for them at the end of the set. But in the first place, check this out, because they are astonishing live.
Hi there, everyone. We are a band called Time Bitch. I'm Xavier X. We're going to play a set for you to enjoy wherever you are. Here we go.
You think you got the answer. You think you got it so hard. You think you're in the movies. You're glad it's finally over. Your pieces in the basket. Your life is This next song is Magic and Dystopia. Disparage smiles of anyone who likes the garden. Oh, the desperate, oh, the anxiety, the ideology was set up and stomped out by policy. Look at yourself in the mirror, look at yourself in the fire. You don't know what you believe in, you don't know why you're so tired. Look at yourself in the mirror, look at yourself in the fire. You don't know what you believe in, you don't know why you're so tired. You don't know why you're so tired. You don't know why you're so tired. We all are planting flowers. We all are planting flowers. We all are planting flowers to bring some magic in this dystopia. Look at yourselves. Look at yourselves. Look at yourselves. Look at yourselves. Ooh, what's next?
Make it gently.
Now, here at Worm Temple, far be it from us to decide who is sane or possessed. But I tell you now, this thinking being next to me is a witch! Yes and now, I think for certain she's a witch. She brings down a perfect structure with her now. she's a witch, restoring each one of us up. Each one of us up. Listen now, I think for certain she's a witch. She's tearing down our theocracy with her nasty tricks. Nasty tricks. Nasty tricks. She's a witch. This next song we wrote a couple of weeks ago, so it's very new. Where do I begin with you? Where does it end for you? Let us not pretend it's good. Where will it end for you? It's not the words you want to say. It's not the voices in their ear. Tricks lead to magic things, revealing our discomfort. One leads the other dreams. We're not unlike the others. One leads. One leads. Where do I begin with you? When does it end with you? Let us not pretend that we're friends. Where does it end with you? It's not the words you want to say. It's not the voices in your ear. You're not the things you'd like to be. This is just you and I and me. Tricks lead to magic things, revealing our discomfort. One leads the other dreams. We're not unlike the others. One leads. One leads. And me. Brand new one.
This one's called Do It Again.
Also brand new.
Brand new.
This is our last song, and it is called Totenhaus.
Thanks for joining us, everybody, for real.
We do appreciate it. And thank you, X-Ray, and thank you, Dave.
Well, everybody, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Hope you're having a good time out there, and no chihuahuas were harmed in the making of this video.
Bird and flowers. Be safe, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
was Time Bitch. That is Time Bitch. And I'm going to take a moment to catch my breath. All right. Other than turning everyone in my own house into instant fans, as you could just hear, that was astonishing. So Time Bitch is made up of a drummer named X and a singer named Outer Stace. I've known them for a while, and there they are waving to
Hi.
us.
Hello.
Hey.
You're just so vibrant looking.
Well, we have fire behind us in a flying V.
I see
so.
that. Yeah, this and the fire beneath you, and the fire in your veins. So that was your breakout moment. I think we've just witnessed Time Bitch's breakout moment. Everybody that was watching it from Over and Jim from Push Button Press were enthralled, and well, you saw them and heard them. So thank you for doing that. I'm humbled. But let's just talk you. Let's just talk about you guys.
Yes.
Well, we're kind of terrible at that, so you're gonna have to work
you're
it
gonna
out
have to
of us.
push us.
All right, well, I'll do my best.
Okay.
So I was checking out Bandcamp during that, and are any of those? I'm thinking that none of those songs that you just featured are available on Bandcamp yet.
Nope. We have our Christmas number, end
Yeah,
of
which is great.
December. And then Berries and Blood and Magic and Dystopia. And we just finished a cover for a riveting music album that goes to Doctors Without Borders. And so now we can focus on getting the LP because there's a lot more than just the short set. We've been writing a lot.
Well, yeah, you're just about the most prolific artist that I've had personal contact with, and it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me a bit knowing you two as I do. Let's just talk with some quick background. Stace, I think you're from around here.
Yep.
If I remember correctly. X is not. In fact, I know he's not. So just a real quick snapshot of what brought you into our good graces, and to bless us with your presence here in Portland. How did this happen?
Well, for me, I was born right here a very long time
boring.
ago.
The real deal. I know.
I just kind of stuck around.
Good for you. Good for you.
Thanks.
It paid
I
off.
did some time in Seattle.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad to be here. I still love this city very, very much.
And X, I mean, I know it's not something that you prefer to trade on, but it still should be known that you were the original drummer of Mr. Bungle, correct?
Yeah, I was. There was another fellow before me, and then I went through their kind of more. They were a thrash metal band, then we went through a more expansive phase, and then Danny Heifetz took over when they did the Warner Brothers album.
Cool. And then there's a lot between then and of course now, but I got to know you two as 2/3 of Fotana, and because of that, I am not surprised at all by the response and the quality, first off, of your material tonight and the response to it as a result. So let's, I have a question here about like talking about the name, but I don't know if I want to go there because I think
It's
I like
Star
it.
Trek related, so it's boring to everyone.
It's what related?
Star Trek.
Oh God, okay, yeah, never mind
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love Star Trek. We all know this.
yeah, no, I know that. Yeah, I'm fine with it. I've come to peace with it.
We'll make up a good story about it, and
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Or maybe like have an essay contest. So I don't know. The typical question I have. Well, what's your process like? I like those questions better. What's your process like?
Oh, process is generally I sit in this room that we're in right here. And I wish I could explain. I think everybody that writes music understands it. Just sort of, it hits you. It happens. And I'm a little bit messy and I'm a little bit chaotic. And so I throw out a chaotic mess with poorly timed vocals because I need to just kind of get it all out right this second. It all has to just happen now. And then I pass it off to him and he says, "Oh my God, how did you mess up the timing so badly?"
No, I say, "Oh my God, that's great." And then I go, "I guess I'm going to sit and edit MIDI for about 3 or 4
He does
hours.
a lot of editing. And then
Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
and I have my initial vocals generally down for reference for him. But then once I get drums, then I can really just go ape with the whole thing. And it really is we both rely on one another to do what the song is telling us we need to do. It's just much easier when I have solid drums. They change, they legitimize everything, it feels like. So I get something back from him and I feel like, oh my God, now it's a song.
I just hit him and it's fun.
Well, it
Yeah,
works.
I go
Whatever-
through a whole thing.
Whatever it is you're doing, it works.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
So what, I mean, how you been faring this whole time? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
she's-
do.
She's been having a great time. Be honest.
It's I really have found a deep relationship with plants.
Well, that's great.
And I mean that sincerely. I have discovered how much I love plants. We've spent a lot of time beckoning squirrels and crows. So, I mean, really, we're doing okay. We're both employed. There was a time where, there was a little break in that at the very beginning of all of this, but we're faring
Good.
pretty well.
Making it.
Right.
Yeah. As good as can be
Well, and
expected,
But
If
very
you have to,
fortunate.
you can always fall back on squirrel beckoning. There's
I-
very few people that have that art.
There aren't a
So-
lot of them.
I
Yeah.
have found that I'm much better at crow beckoning, though. It's
That's-
great.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Just to close this off with like plans. I mean, what are your plans in terms of like, you talking about an album?
Yep. We're gonna complete an LP now. We'll have it mixed and mastered by mixed by our former bandmate Fernando.
Right.
We'll have it mastered at the same place where we mastered our stuff for Fotana at Opal Studio, and then hopefully at that point, shows will be a thing. And if they're not, we'll do another one of these with you.
Yeah. I mean, we will anyway.
Well, certainly as soon as shows can be a thing again, whatever different thing they're almost certain
Yeah.
going to be.
Yeah,
Well, as
whatever that
everybody
looks
in here
like.
knows, we all do it for the money.
Yeah, right.
So,
Yeah.
so, what else can we do? I mean, right? Am I right? No, I'm not right. I'm
I just
totally wrong on that.
I do it for the extraordinary prestige it brings me.
Oh yes, of course.
Yes, quite.
Of course.
That
too.
It's been an honor having you guys open the first of these.
Thanks, Dave.
It's just there's something about it that feels very right. And
The honor is ours. You do this for us, and we're also with all these other great people, and this is just fantastic. This is thanks to
It's a
all
very-
of you guys. This is just great.
Very positive thing. I feel
yeah,
amazing.
it feels good. The
Yeah.
whole thing came together pretty
Yeah.
well when it came together.
Yeah.
So as far as the live thing goes, I've already sort of, I mean, there will be another Out from the Shadows festival, and you guys are playing it. End
Okay.
of story. It
Glad
probably
to
won't be.
play it.
It probably won't be to 2022, so you're gonna have to hold on till then. That's just my most educated
We'll be like
guess.
100 years old by then, Dave.
What's that gonna make me, Stace? Yeah, all right then.
You got it.
Thank you again so much. And
Yes.
so now we are going to move on to a band that was going to feature at this year's Out from the Shadows Festival, and that I was rather awestruck by that. Not only because they're coming all the way from Tampa, Florida. That's not even a reason why. It's just how good they are. And so the singer and, well, we'll get into the extent to which he's the main songwriter. Jim Walker is going to be with us after I'm not sure. I don't know if we're premiering this track. It doesn't really matter. When I said the thing about Prestige before, I was kind of kidding. What matters is that Jim and the band got in some professional videographers, and they're going to do an entire set that way. But it turned out that the one track that they did took so long and was such an intense process that we stuck with that. And when he sent it to me, I literally almost broke down in tears. So we're going to go to that first, and then when we come back, we'll have Jim Walker sitting here with me, quote unquote, and we'll talk to him for a bit. But this is called Broken Faces. It's Push Button Press, and enjoy this because I just know you don't see us in.
Yay.
Hysterical dancing gates, freezing, seized and shook, buried by the bombs, entrenched and cannot move. Battling with the wind, a twitch repeats again, and I remember broken faces taking everything from them. I remember broken faces. I remember broken faces. Convergent symptoms, not malingering this time. Strapped to a gurney, shell shocked and blind. Well, I remember broken faces, demon eyes that death has ravaged.
And now you can see, I mean, just that one track by that band in itself makes me mourn all fresh the loss of Out from the Shadows. I was looking so forward to seeing them live, which is of course why I do that event in the first place, is because there's all these bands I want to see live. So, Jim, are you out there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. There you
Awesome.
are. I wasn't seeing you.
I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jim Walker from Push Button Press. And you are sort of, the band's located in Tampa. Did I have that right?
Yeah, most of the band's in Tampa. I live a little bit north of Tampa, and I drive down there for rehearsals and stuff.
Right. So, congratulations. I say congratulations on your success, because I think the material that you're creating is artistic, creatively so successful. But before we go any further, okay, you're Jim Walker, you're the guitarist and a singer, and presumably the prime songwriter.
Yeah, our process is basically I sort of write demos and get the band involved after it. The drummer likes to have a beginning and an end to a song. We're not much of jammers. They like to have something that's concrete when we're first going in, So I sort of, although there is input, of course, but I sort of get things rolling.
Right. So I was just going to have you, even though they're not there with you, introduce the other members of the band.
Yeah. Max Sisk, he plays bass, and Sean Watkins is on drums, and that video Jet is on synths. And that was a really odd thing, because we were about to go into the studio to record the real album, but because of the events, like we were supposed to go to the studio after Out of the Shadows, but when Out of Shadows didn't happen, everything else, kind of went to crap. So everything had to be pushed back. And when everything got pushed back, we had a little window in May, and we hadn't rehearsed. So we were like, well, if we're going to rehearse, why don't we just rehearse in the studio and record it live, and then go in the studio and track the following weekend. And that's how that video came out to be.
It's a really well done video. And I'm again honored that you were able to share it here. So you just turned 50, yeah?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm sorry to remind you, but that's so long ago for me that you're not going to get a lot of sympathy. Well, you'll get sympathy. So there must be, I'm assuming then that there must be a fair amount of musical history leading up. How long has Push Button Press been around?
Push Button Press started around 2007.
Oh, wow.
And we took a break in the mid 2000s or 2010s. And then suddenly there was this influx of interest in post-punk music again. And that's where it all sort of took off. I went back and found my old collaborators and started it back up again.
I would say, like, what do you mean suddenly? You mean it waned for a while? I know it did.
It's hard. It's hard to sustain sometimes,
Right. As I started the show in 2012, and it was just sort of beginning to explode. Well, burgeon, and then it exploded, which is since done. Getting back to sort of your origin story, you must have a bit of history behind all that.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I started my first band in 1987.
There you go. Let's see.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a long time.
So you were 19 then?
I was 1987. No, I was 19 in 17 in 1987.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But then we're finishing up the new record. We got it all the tracks recorded, and we're getting ready to mix, and hopefully we're going to have this thing knocked out by the end of the year, if things don't get even weirder,
Well, I think you might want to anticipate that they're going to get a little weirder. But
I know, right?
But we're gonna need, because of that, we are going to need that album, Jim. So
yeah, it's got to be done. It's the best sounding thing I've ever done. Jarrett Pritchard is the primary engineer, and he's gotten 2 Grammy nominations, and he has a gold record under his belt as well. So it's going to be something big, I hope.
Well, it sounds like it's coming together pretty nicely. I mean, just the
Yeah.
elements are fusing in a way that, because you certainly have the songs and you certainly have the sound, and so presenting it in its fullest possible dynamic would be
Yeah.
like the last piece to fall into place, right?
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way it sounds so far. Yeah, but I can't wait to get it released.
Are you putting it out yourself, or is it going to be on a label?
Yeah, we're on Cold Transmission out of
Oh,
Frankfurt,
that's right.
Germany.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes.
And it'll be available on CD. We're going to be doing a vinyl of it as well, because it deserves vinyl. Vinyl is just so cool.
Yeah, pretty much everything in this realm deserves vinyl. If at all possible, which is not always, of course.
Yeah.
But,
That's true.
so let's play. I don't know, like projecting fantasy into the future, and say that by this time next year we're on the brink of a vaccine, and not only that, but it gets distributed in such a way that most of us can go back to a kind of sort of whatever that normal is going to be then. What do you think Push Button Press is going to do?
Well, I have to continue to write music because that's all I can know how to do. I don't know how to do anything else. So it's going to happen no matter what. I'm a pessimist by nature. It's kind of hard for me to envision a time that's going to, in the future, that it's going to be like it was before. I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but that's
no worries. I mean, I don't think that's an uncommon viewpoint. Put it that way.
Yeah.
And it's funny. It's as if you saw like my questions because when you said the thing about being a songwriter, I have this question here. It says, would it be right to say that you're an inveterate artist that chose music to express it?
Oh, wow. Well, that might be true because, I probably, like most of these people, who make music, sometimes when you finish with it, you have no idea where it actually came from. So, at least the good ones are usually come out easily and you're like, whoa. So yeah, maybe it is invention.
Well, I think it's just, it just resides in you. I mean, the need to make art.
Right.
It happens
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah.
It happens to, and lucky us, it happens to be like, post-punk darkwave.
Right.
So,
Which there's not enough of. There needs to be more.
oh yeah, but still, there's so much more than there was there for a while,
Yep.
and it's so much of it is so good.
There are a lot of good
It's
bands.
really, as Renaissances go, this one's pretty phenomenal by my lights. I have probably, thanks to Victor, I have like probably 600 tracks that I haven't even uploaded for the show yet. I mean,
Wow.
and he's got another 200 to send me.
Wow.
Right? So
Wow.
I could live another entire lifetime and not catch up to it. And that's a great problem to have. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
I feel, this is twice tonight. I used the word blessed and I never use it, but I feel blessed to sort of lucked into this show on the radio station at the time I did. And now I'm just swamped in it. It's like a shame. But I thank you. So you've answered some of my questions in advance, like, about the album and stuff, but thank you so much for doing this, for sending that,
of course.
and for being a part of it, and being willing to come out all the way out to Portland from the Shadows.
Yeah, and we're going to do it. We're going to be out there. I don't know which one it'll be, but we'll be out there eventually at some point.
Right. Well, like I said, I mean, right now I've got my sights set on 2022. So I just.
Yeah. In whatever form it is,
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, thank you, Jim. Thank you so much. It's really good to meet you in person.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, and thank you for playing the track.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome. Yeah. All right. We're going to, rather than go into the next band set, we're actually going to go straight into the interview with them. Them being Over from Portland. And I always feel that when I say their name, I have to like stop after the word over, so it isn't modified by whatever I say after it and make you think that that's the band name. It's just over, all capitals. So I don't know who wants to talk first out there in Overland. Somebody speak up. Lillian?
Speaking. Not Lillian, but
No,
speaking.
no. Hi, Renee.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for
Nice.
having us.
No, thanks for doing this. This is just about more fun than I thought I could have doing something like this. I mean, I enjoy doing the show, but I'm really enjoying this. I can do it every week. So first off, would you introduce the rest of them that are here?
Sure, yeah. So
Okay.
I'm Monet. I do
Yeah.
vocals. We have Lillian Void, who does guitar. We have Just Dave on drums. Various Hands is our newest addition. She's on
Oh.
synth. And then we have David Bittler on bass.
Great, okay. Were you always a 5-piece? I'm trying to remember back to when you
No,
played
last
at
time
one
we
of the
played,
showcases.
we were four.
Hold on.
Lillian uses
Spirited
they
interruption.
pronouns. I messed up.
That's all right. No problem. Hold on a sec. There we go. Okay, so let's talk Over's origin story. Whoever wants to jump in and sort of give us a sense of how Over came about. I started hearing about you about 3 years ago, something like that.
I guess since I'm the original member or founder, something like that, I could tell it. But so me and the original drummer, Justin Corey, we had been friends for a while, knew that we liked the same kind of music, both had time in our schedules for another band and wanted to do something kind of like anarcho post-punky. And so we got together and started writing some tunes. Then we added our original bass player, Andrew Gross. And then I bumped into Monet at a bar. And we had known each other because I had dated their old roommate, actually, like 8 years ago or something. And we had never spoken since then. But they had heard that I was starting a band, and so they wanted to try out and do vocals, and then they did, and then it was kind of like magic at first go, and then we just immediately started playing shows. I think December of 2016 was our first show with the Mob at some basement in Southeast, and
That's a great way to.
Monet
That's a
didn't
great way to start.
Yeah, no kidding. They didn't even have lyrics for our very first song that we ever played live, but they just they made some up on the spot, and everyone liked it, so that's how it stuck. And since then, we've had a couple lineup changes and just lots of releases and tours and fun.
Cool. Yeah, the debut album "To the Teeth" came out last September. Is that
Yep.
right? And I think you got a chance to tour that, right? Didn't you like go down to Arizona or something?
Yeah, we went down the West Coast, and then we flew out to Saint La Muerte Fest in Austin and played 2 dates with that. Came back here and played with Pink Turns Blue. So we had a good little run with that album.
Right. No, that was good timing the way things turned out.
Mm-hmm.
How are things? How I can't help but ask this of everybody tonight, just because it's our life. I mean, what's you guys are able to do your set together, right? So have you been able to rehearse and everything this whole time?
So we've practiced 3 times, I think, since COVID. Yeah.
All of us together about 3 times, but some of us have also practiced together a couple of times. And I think all of us have been playing music continuously through all this in some capacity. So it wasn't that hard to jump back into it.
I think we're all people who need it. We'll go
Right.
crazy if we don't. play it. So with or without the ability to practice as a group, we've all been doing something.
That doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, of course you have to do it. I mean, I haven't, I've very seldom met performers, especially in this particular darkish realm, for whom it wasn't lifeblood, kind of. And I certainly get that sense with the passion that you all bring to your material. I mean, I've only seen that once. I believe that's the only time I saw you. Oh, and thank you for that, by the way. That was a great show. So, are there any new songs in tonight's set?
Yeah, we got one that we wrote. Yes, we have a new one that we wrote in winter, right? We played it once at one of the very last shows we played before quarantine became a requirement, and we were in Panini times. But we've only played it that one other time.
All right. So I'm obviously looking forward to hearing that and the rest of your set. What was I gonna? So since you have had time to be together, obviously not extensively, but the question that is inevitable in a sense, since you put your debut out last September, you must be looking towards a second record. I'm greedy about this stuff. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sure artists get tired of this kind of thing. But you just put a record out, and like 2 months later, people are champing at the bit for the next one. And I apologize for that, but I don't have it in me. So I'm just curious. I mean, you probably are right. So since you are all obsessively active in pursuing this, stuff must be coming together for you, I assume.
Yeah, I think next up is just 2-song EP, hopefully out before the end of the year, and then maybe another LP in 2021.
Great. I noticed is To the Teeth cassette only? Is that right?
It's actually cassette, CD out of Batcave Productions from Poland, and then Old City Records is actually putting it to vinyl, and it should be out in October on vinyl. So we'll have that.
Okay, that's the most fantastic news I've heard tonight, actually, because I saw that, because I thought it had already come out on vinyl, and I was thinking like, oh, I'm just going to buy it then. And then I saw, on the Bandcamp page it just says cassette. So great, that's fantastic. I'll be in touch.
Cool.
We have easily 10 songs that we have been working on, and it's crazy how prolific we were right up to the shutdown. So we're probably going to have a whole bunch of all at once, hopefully.
It's okay with me if it's a double album. It's fine.
It might have to be.
There's no a stigma attached to that at all anymore. So yeah, I mean, you can even make it a concept album. We'd all be down. All right, well, we could talk about a lot of other things, but I think we pretty much covered most of the bases. I'm so happy that you were able to do this, and that it all came together like this. And because otherwise, it's not easy finding bands that can do this right now. I mean, obviously remotely, and that would have worked as well. But just my eternal gratitude. Thank you all so much. And I'm looking. I haven't heard this set yet, so I'm looking inordinately forward to it. Thank you to all of you for again for doing this and for showing up tonight. And let's get to your set. This is over. I was about to say on X-Ray FM, but that's close enough. Thanks, you guys.
Of course, thank you.
Thank you. Fuck the police.
Yep.
Thank you.
Always.
Fuck the police. ACAB forever.
All cops are bastards.
And cowards.
first song is called Silence. This song is about the fucking cops and how every single one of them is a bastard and a coward. We wrote this song close to 4 years ago. It was true then and it's true now. That's it. They must be stopped. They will be stopped. There is no hope, no laughter, no prayer, no future left to repair. Rest
This is a new song.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to X-Ray and also to Fixin' 2 for letting us use this space. It's our last song.
Holy, pardon my language, fucking crap. Okay. Let me get over my stunned state here for a second. Wow, that was a rousing set. Obviously, that is going to do it. Let me turn my phone down. That's good. Obviously, that's going to do it for the night. And I got to say, I'm going to be hard pressed to put together a better one than this. I mean, I'm going to damn well try, but it feels to me while I was listening to that, I was thinking, it feels like all three of the bands all grabbed a hold of the same gauntlet and just like dashed it to the floor. Like, do better than this, people. Thank you, Time Bitch. Thank you, Push Button Press and Jim Walker. Over. Thank you. That's 5 of them. Thank you, X-Ray, Chase, Annie, and everybody else involved in the production. I'm humbled. I mean, I said that earlier tonight, and I just don't know what else to say. I'm just so grateful to you all. Oh, and I should mention this. I mean, I think I'm terrible at this, so I'm sorry. It's like I have to get up on stage every once in a while during the festival to just say thank you to sponsors and et cetera. And I'm really shitty at it, but I'm going to try it to at least I'm remembering that there is on I think both on the YouTube page, but especially on the X-Ray Facebook Live page and on X-Ray itself, there's a donation link that you can contribute to. The money goes to these artists you've just seen, and it's divvied up between them and the Q Center, which is an LGBTQ plus organization that's been around for quite a while. And they were going to be the beneficiary of the Out from the Shadows Festival this year. So please, if you can, make a donation, however, whatever amount. Thank you in advance for that. And once again, all of you here, I'm speechless with gratitude. Thank you so much. And so I think we're all going to say goodbye at once, right? Isn't that the idea? I don't know. I don't see Chase in here, but all right. 1, 2, 3. Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Thanks.
Hi, that was remarkable. You guys, very good performance.